G'day everyone, or welcome to tonight's stream where we'll finish off this lady. I know, I don't have space to put my giant diorama. Oh, hang on. Gonna fit up here? It's not! Alright. Whoa, that's gonna look sick when it's finished. Thanks, Johnny. Alright. Better. Now I can grab my paints that I need. Alright, we need some yellow. This one. This is the diorama. Whoop. Yeah, I was working on it yesterday. So if you go and watch yesterday's stream, you'll see the project as it stands. It's looking pretty big, pretty cool. Where's my big brushes at? In the dead of night. Happy Party Monday, Frog Jim. Yes. Yeah, go and check out yesterday's stream and you'll see what it looks like. It's going alright, I think. Purulent yellow and Sahara yellow. Let's go Sahara. Ooh. All right. You guys in wonderful form tonight, mate. G'day, Space Toy. Welcome. And woof to Hugo, indeed. He's having a good time. Alright, let me establish if there's any other areas that I need to do this on. I don't think so. Nope. So it is Queensland Model Hobby Expo this weekend. It's been a bit of a relaxed preparation for me this year compared to previous years. No frantic rush to get something done. No, this is Inu Kingdoms, mate. So yeah, the last couple of weeks has been pretty relaxed and you got to twist both sides, bro. You got to look, yeah, you got to twist them around all the way so that there's nothing blocking the thing. Match fixer, g'day, mate. We did indeed play Oathsworn yesterday before I preempt your answer. We finished chapters 4 and 5. Enjoyed both. Chapter 4 was my favourite so far. Chapter 5 was a nice little easy one. Easy chapter. So, yeah. Okay, Robbie's Hobbies. Yeah, it's coming along okay, mate. It is probably my favourite diorama I've done at this stage. Johnny, this brush that I'm using right now is a Raphael 8404. It's pretty good. I prefer Winsor & Newton Series 7, which is this one. But they went through a pretty bad batch for a while where I couldn't get one that was working. So, but I've yeah, managed to get a few recently that are pretty good. So All right. So I might just go a little bit more of that. And then we need to figure out this pink gem situation. Where's my little thing? Yeah, Queensland Model Hobby Expo this weekend. 18 entries from me. Bucks, not sure how many he's bringing, but he's doing some cool stuff. Ben and Bunny both coming up. Stonebeard Jim coming up. Hopefully they'll all bring some cool models. It's going to be cool to hang out, talk about painting with some fellow painting boffins. And yeah, it'll be fun. We'll do a little stream together, Bucks and I, next week. This time next week, you'll get to see us gibbering. Yeah, should be a nice weekend. I'm pretty much one of the only people that comes to Queensland Model Hobby Expo from the miniature painting side of things. There's a couple of other Australians, Siona and her partner Thomas, and then uh, Lynchy normally comes along. So there's usually a few people, but it's never a massive turnout in the figure world. So this year is about to change. Yeah, about to change pretty dramatically. So that'll be good. It'll be good to see yeah, how they feel about the comp and just competing in general. Because I don't think Ben's competed at a comp like this before. I'm pretty confident in saying that Bunny definitely hasn't either. So yeah, we'll have a few more converts to the world of miniature conventions. I'll wallop anyone, mate, if you ask nicely enough. Let's just do a spiral here in black. Some sort of spiral. Maybe this little flower actually. Let's do this little flower. G'day, Yab. How exciting. Do love a diorama. G'day, the Gruffalo. Go, Johnny. What would be my dream IP? Hmm. Not sure. I'm a big Wheel of Time fan. Um, so that'd probably be pretty close. For me for dream IP. Um, yeah, tricky question. There's a lot of awesome like figures and stuff out there at the moment. So I, I've almost felt like we've been in a dream, sort of right now with the types of figures that I get to paint all the time. As dumb as that sounds, it's been so good recently with everything. Miniature manufacturers just keep coming out with cool stuff and oh, g'day Minimef, how are you, buddy? Yeah, book 9 is a book that really struggles throughout a large chunk of it, but it does finish really strong. And then you think to yourself, wow, it's going to be such an awesome finish here. Now it's ramping up. And then book 10 is probably the worst book in the series. But yeah, from book 11 onwards, you're getting back into it, and it's awesome. So hope you enjoy. Yeah, it's super cool to be right now, be able to pick up just about any manufacturer out there and be like, oh, how cool, I can paint this elven cleric with a giant mace. Yeah, Wheel of Time. A gnome cleric. Yeah, book 9. A mate of mine who hadn't read the series. I read the series. I was a Matt keen guy on the series, and he read and he stopped about halfway through, and I was like, man, book 9's so good. And he read it, and he enjoyed the last chapter, and he was like, oh yeah, it's pretty good, but he didn't feel the same way as I felt about it. When I look back at it, it was just like the Wheel of Time shaped a huge chunk of my life. G'day, Nicky Jaguar. So to be able to, I guess, reach that point in the series where things started to really happen, it was a big moment in my life, as dumb as that sounds. It really was. It does indeed, Matt Varnish does indeed kill the shadows, yes, because the Saturn shadow is, as dumb as this sounds, going to reflect more light, and so that's going to make the black look blacker. So you got to be careful with your matte varnish. Got to be careful. You can, yeah, for sure. It depends, mate. Like, because what you will get with the matte varnish is a much more homogenized and uh, smoother result. But as always, the rule of contrast is you want to be controlling all of the things, the levers of contrast, not just light and dark, but also shiny and smooth, shiny and matte, sorry. These are all things that you have that you can control. So absolutely have a shiny area, have a reflective area, have a matte area. Just make sure you're using those to help the contrast on the piece. I was paid not a cent for my Oathsworn videos, and would quite happily do them again. I did them because I wanted to make some more instructional content this year, some more painting videos this year. So, good. Yeah, Robbie's Hobbies. It is pretty good. It will help. It will help your glazing. It helps a lot of things because you're working off a smoother surface. G'day, Power Elephantos. This bust is made by Inu Kingdoms, a division of Neko Galaxy. What is going on with this brush? Stop it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, when I'm saying a smooth surface, what I'm trying to say is that the matte surface makes everything look smoother, but in the same way that an undercoat creates teeth for the paint to grab and hold to. That's the same as what happens with the matte varnish. It creates little teeth. The way that it's diffusing the colors is by basically putting little bits of stuff on there so that when the light hits it, it's having to rebound through a couple of little things before it gets there. Whereas a gloss finish is a smooth coat, so there's no, yeah, blah blah blah, irrelevant. Big dinner gibbering about paint and shit. Stop it. Stop it. Where is my yellow? There you are. Hello. This is a nice piece, yeah. This is a nice figure to paint. It's been an enjoyable paint. I actually stopped her for quite a while before coming back to her. So yeah, nice to be back on it. Yeah, bust painting's the best, mate. You should get into it. Here's the one fundamental difference between busts and other painting, right? Other painting will always have a purpose, always have a reason to do it. I'm painting it for an army, I'm painting it for a game, painting it for X, Y, Z. You never paint a bust for any reason other than because you want to paint a bust. See a space toy. Or yourself. For learning to paint. Or for painting. You know, you've got no ulterior motive. You are just painting a bust so you can do some cool painting. G'day, Weetabix. Yes, display painting in general, I guess, is a fair assessment. So yeah, just painting a bust or painting display stuff is just for the joy of painting. So you, in a way, you don't worry too much about the result because the result doesn't matter. What matters is your enjoyment of painting it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm sure there is instances where you're painting a bust for a specific reason, but as a general rule, hey Jared. Things are good, mate. Yeah, excited for the weekend. Hope you are as well. Yeah, just have a little bit of work to go to finish this cheeky babe, and then this is my last model for the event, so I am all good to go. And we'll get back into some diorama. I haven't, no, I haven't managed to find it, which is a real bummer. I was hoping that we'd have someone in Australia that had a copy that would be willing to give it to their old mate Deno, but unfortunately I'm not that famous. I'd say it's a figure that I need for the central piece of my diorama. So yeah, it's I guess I'll show the diorama a little bit later on, but it's a very hard to track down figure from a number of years ago. It's called Amitriel the Fallen Angel, if you're interested in. G'day, Doom Cake. Uh, that's a cool perspective, mate. I'm glad that that has made you feel that way. Um, I haven't messaged Carol yet. That was my last resort. Last resort. As much as I like to talk about how popular and famous I am, it's yeah. I try not to abuse the fact that I'm very popular and famous. Get in, ramble about D&D. Get amongst it. Why not? Uh, well, yeah, I haven't been able to. Yeah, I haven't been able to track one yet. I tried a few places, haven't been able to get one. So it is what it is. Um, I've potentially sourced one, potentially, but I won't know for a few days. So we'll see. Thanks, Salad Bum. Okay. All right, this is the only thing I'm annoyed about. So, do we want to go purple? I really should have gone and got that Doomfire magenta, the contrast paint. I really need that. Well, mate, you've come to the right place because 3 layers deep into D&D lore is normally where I live. Assuming we're talking about Forgotten Realms, because I did a Mad Dog diorama of Drizzt a few years ago. Here, I'll show you a picture of it. It looks great. Does it? Okay. Yeah, I've got to try the new ones. I was not aware that a Topaz Dragon's original breath weapon was water, but I do know that a Green Dragon's is acid, which was very cool to see in the new D&D trailer. I vividly remember the Dragonlance book series when they went down into the ruined city and there was a green dragon there and they rescued that little gully dwarf. What was her name? I don't remember her name. Poison, yeah, right, Black Dragon, sorry. Yep, evidently my D&D knowledge isn't that good. But here is my diorama that I did. It's the Companions of the Hall. Huzzah! Drizzt and Gwen and Caddy Bree and Bruno and Regis and Wolfgar, son of Bjorngar. Yeah. Yeah, I need to try some. Bucks is used them. He reckons they're pretty good, so and he's reasonably trustworthy. Reasonably. Some good facts, mate. Some good facts. All right, let's do these gems. So we've got purple. So purple is the most logical one to go for. I tried a magenta and I didn't really like it. So should I? I think I like Bucks's suggestion actually. So I'm going to switch to a purple teal color. Teal color. Which will shock my girlfriend to no end. Did you hear that, Vids? Bit of teal, mate. Rocket is unimpressed. Correct call. Thanks, Doomcake. Appreciate the follow. G'day, Gallify, mate. Things are good, yes, thank you. G'day, Bucks. Mate, that Spartan's looking pretty glorious, mate. Yeah. Uh, I've done a few minis, mate, in the last few weeks. I've been jumping around a fair bit, so you may not have missed that much. I've been bouncing a lot, so but I think I'm pretty much happy with this chick. May just add a little bit of airbrushing. Yeah, I want to buy the 3 now. You're an inspiration, Bucks. You're an inspiration. Yeah, for sure. Tell me when you're keen. Tell me when you're keen. All right. Yep, so I'm just going to add some little colourful glazes with my airbrush just to add a little bit of Big Dano Bobby Dazzlers. Little bit of Roger Escaleta. Alright, and then I think we'll just go a little bit of Volupus Pink maybe. A little bit of Monica in my life. Ooh. A little bit of Jessica by my side. A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Trina's what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man. Ba 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 ba. Bow bow bow. Ba bam ba bam ba ba. Bow bow bow. Whip whip. Sorry, mate. Bum bow bum bow. Mambo number 5. All right, it's diorama time. Everyone's been absolutely jazzed to see the diorama. Well, I have to be fair, but all right, let's just gonna do the varnish on that. So just 1 or 2 I'm going to make that a little bit yellower here. Good question, really. You'd have to think no. You have to think they were absolutely shit house. Mambo number one. Cool. All right. I'm going to. Yep. I'll spray varnish her later on in the week. Let's change this bad boy up. Hey, Bunny. Bunny, bunny, bunny. Not long now, you legend. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. No, 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 no. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. 10 models. Good for you. That's awesome. I imagine predominantly all bust. Or did you bring Wind Rider as well? Any other ones? Ooh. Could have ended badly, didn't I? Cool. Wind Rider. Alright. This is a very bad angle. Thanks, Jared. And let's just... Alright. I'll go through a little bit of the... I'm going to have to switch. Stand by. Alright, hello. I'm here. You should be able to see almost all of it now. Not quite. Alright, so... Let's go through. Yeah, good progress. So there's lots of little details here. I'll just add the... So there's two more things we're going to do. We're going to put this bad boy here. Alright. So that's there, like so. Usually stays. And I'm going to put this little thing on here, I think. Which will be cool. Might go like this. Yep. Anyway. That's there. So, and then we have this little thing here. Like this. Alright, so here's the story. This chap is Draco. And he has a heart in his hands. So we are going to get a model to sit here on this altar type shape. And that model is going to have a ripped open chest that Big Deno has to sculpt somehow. So that'll be fun times. Is it good, bro?
Okay.
Is it good?
She's so pissy. She does, it's so scripted.
She's got to be, mate.
Huh?
She's got to be. This is the king of the vampires. His name is Kane, the first vampire. And here he is on his throne with his head. I actually did a bust of this guy not that long ago. I'm going to turn his head a little bit to face that guy. Make sure he's watching there. Cool. There is 2 vampires that are perched upon his throne, which are very bestial ones. So those 2 are there. Let's go on this guy. This chick is like his young concubine / bodyguard person, which is good. And then we have potentially 4 other models on the diorama. So the first is this guy. He is a Strigoi, if you're familiar with vampires and their backgrounds. He's a Strigoi vampire. Yes, it is for QMHE, Bunny. We're going to knock this over this week. And this guy's perched here, looking down at everything. So, the basic story is this guy has ripped out the heart of this model here and is presenting it to Kane as a tribute, as some sort of gesture of I'm ready to take your place or something out. I'm not going to do it in a week. That was a joke. This dude and this dude are unhappy about that situation, and so they are furiously watching on as this tribute takes place. We then have this floating chick. Look, if I wasn't working this week, I possibly could finish this in a week, possibly. I don't want to claim that I would definitely get it done, but I'd be a chance. I'm not a chance when I'm at work. So here is our floating Sibylla. So she is perched over the proceedings, watching, doing something magical or something. Not sure. Yeah. Yeah, I could chuck a few sickies, but I don't think I will. So this is the shape that I'm really happy with, right? We've got a nice shape down to this story, and then there's sort of nothing on this side. This is all empty, but for this guy. So that's the basic structure. Now, there's 2 things that I need to add and incorporate left to this. The first is a stained glass window, which is going to go here. Now, I have set up in this thing, which is removable, by the way. This is actually a pipe. And so we have the ability, should we choose to do so, of feeding an LED or several LEDs up through here and potentially here as well to put light coming through this giant stained glass window. So I've selected my stained glass window. I'm about to get it 3D printed. It's going to be ginormous, fully taking up this whole space. Should be fun. I'm probably going to have a little circle one here as well, maybe. Not sure on that yet, but it's a nice space. And then I'll have an LED behind here, which will also look like there's light coming through this boarded up window. I'm going to do some stuff to dirty that up a bit as well. And yeah, and then the stained glass window will have light coming through it. So this is the basic idea, is that the stained glass window, I'm going to try and get some sort of spotlight one, which will shoot the light from the stained glass window down to here. And that will be the central thing. So we have a fair bit of work ahead on the building. So assuming I can get this 3D printed, that should be cool. The window, I just then need to build up the rest of this and plot this bit out. I need to figure out how I'm going to use this. I think this is a cool shape, actually. So I think we'll definitely do this. This goes like this. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we'll put that. Oh, I think I have a couple of these actually. So, yeah, so that'll go in the center of the thing. Cool. So yeah, so there's some basic sculpting and stuff to go, which is covering up these bits with stalactites. Stalactite, hold on tight. Stalagmite, poke you in the butt. That's how you remember the two. Ooh. But I can't really proceed anymore until I get this window. So once I've got the window and I've got the shape and I can start doing the rest of the stuff around it, I'll know how much other sculpting I need to do to fill in these areas. And then once all that's done, I can start filling in the last bits and bobs. Yeah, exactly, mate. Well, it's super cheap, right? So, yeah, I just build up the basic structure with foil. You get to be like, yeah, I like this. I'm going to put this here. And then when you use Knead It, which is very, very strong and secure, you know, like this little bit here will bend probably. But yeah, I'll just put a bit more on the back of it. And then all of a sudden you're done. So I'll fill most of this in with foil. And then I'm going to put a smooth bit of plastic art at the back so that we've got a flat end behind it. And yeah. So yeah, this is the secrets of building up these sorts of dioramas is I'm always just using all sorts of shit just to create shape and then add bits and pieces on top of it. So yeah, we just need to sculpt this stuff and then fill it in with some other gear. So anyway, that's the plan for this diorama. So I've got two more models coming, hopefully. So the first one is the chick for the middle, and that is this chick. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I gotta get back into learning how to wire stuff. I was learning about it when I was planning my my neon cyberpunk city diorama, which is going to be very similar to this with lots of pipes and wiring going through everything. But yeah. Where did I send a Mitriel to? I'm sure I sent it. DC and I were chatting about it, I think. Anyway, here it is. This is the 35mm one, I think, but not that. Yeah, that's the 32mm. It's not that one. It's the 54mm. Where's Carol Rudick? G'day, Benny. This is where all my vampires are from, by the way. Sibylla, Draco, Metulzalak. I'm gonna have a look at this and have a second. Who knows, mate? Who knows? Here she is, Amitriel 75mm. So she's perfect for many reasons. She's chained up, great. She's got her eyes closed and she's sort of limp. So she'll look like she's dead if we get the painting right. The key will be getting her hair right, particularly the back bit, and being able to sculpt the chest. So that's the figure I want to use. And then, because I was ordering from here, I also picked up Seraphim the Hunter in 75mm because it's a nice figure, and with the way that it's walking and posed, I reckon I might be able to use it in the diorama over on this side alongside the other doofuses. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try and put him as well on the diorama. He might not work. He might be too much, but I think I got a spot for him. Good figure. Look at that. Yep. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 figures on this small little base, which is cool. Did anyone actually see that, or did I turn off? I turned that off, didn't I? Seraphim. Did anyone see that? Yeah, that was good work, didn't I? One of your best. This guy. Yeah, we've got him coming as well. So I'll be able to use him walking over the left-hand side because he's sort of looking over to the right. Again, feeding into the narrative, which is cool. I wanted to look at this one. This is the big scene. I contemplated buying this, and in the end I decided not to. You can see those people over on the left there are having a very good time. Did Land Studio just finish his version of this? Or was that Land Studio? Or did that was that Mihail's? Yeah. Yeah, no, it was Land. I thought it was Land. Yeah, this box art is going to be insane. Did he finish it? Yeah, he did finish it. I thought he finished it. Geez, that's not a bad idea. That'd be tough though. Yeah, this is a crazy, crazy scene. Lan is just such a Fruit Loop, eh? Anyway, so that's my diorama. Carol Rudick's a lunatic too. Look at this. This guy won quite a few Golden Demons and Slayer Swords back in the day. He did these crazy elaborate banners that were based on actual artworks from Games Workshop. If you go back and look back far enough, yeah, Carol Rudick, if you look him up, before he became a sculptor, he was absolutely mad on Golden Demons. Absolutely mad on them. Yep. Yeah, he used to put like artwork, Games Workshop artwork on banners. It was absolutely wild. I wonder if we go back far enough if we'll see some of his old stuff. He's been doing. This guy's probably my favorite. Like, he's done my favorite ranges of models. Like, some of his sculpts have been my all-time favorites. He's just got a very similar aesthetic to what I like. Yeah, here's another one. This one. You can see the paint pot in the background, right? The guy's a nutcase. I just want to see if I can find some of his early works. He's done some like Slayer sword winning stuff back in the day. What's this one? Yeah. Marnius Calgar. On a banner. Get that up, yeah. I think he. Oh, yeah, there's one. The one, yeah, it's a triptych. One that I remember, from him. Uh, yeah, look at this. He did it on a whole night. Look at that. I actually remember he did it. He did a Chaos Warrior that was based off the artwork from a Chaos. No, he hasn't got it. Yeah, look where it is. Yeah. Carol Rudick, Golden Demon. Let's see if there's any from. Yeah. No. There was one that he did. Oh, it was so good. It was based off the old uh, Chaos Codex, Warhammer Codex. That's pretty good, isn't it? That wouldn't win the. Yeah, look at that. This Auric Mega Boss won over this. I mean, I love David Saper, but come on now. You're having a lend. But it didn't win because it's not in keeping with the Games Workshop ethos and stuff. Anyway, he's a great dude. Yeah, David Saper's awesome, but come on now. I'm sure he's done a. I want to find it now. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. Oh, look at that. That's from the cover art of the Pathfinder rulebook. I think George R. Martin owns that. Like George has an obsession with really badly painted knights, or really badly sculpted knights. He got all sorts of people to paint stuff for him. Meg Maples did one. Anyway, I'm off on a weird tangent right now. So we'll turn this off and we'll think about what I can do on this. Actually, has Bucks joined us yet? Andrew Buckley, are you joining us? Are you present? All right. What can we do? So I want to do two things. Yeah, there it is. I thought it was George that owned that one. Yep. All right. So I want to keep these bits removable. All right. So this is still removable. So I want to have this be something that I can keep separate, so that I can paint the two vampires separately and get a really decent hold on them. But then so what I think I want to do is I want to paint this rock together, and then be able to pull this apart and paint the vampires separately. So that will be fine. So that's good. We're happy with that at the moment. Very good. these two I want to join together so I can paint these rocks. And actually, I think I'll keep that apart so I can paint this guy on this side well and actually get into all these little bits. So I'll keep those apart, but maybe I will blue tack them together so I can paint the rock the same time as I paint that other big rock. Cool. And so it goes, and so it goes. Do I want to glue that on? And his hand. I think so. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll sculpt his neck. Yeah, George. Yeah. What a guy, hey. Finish your fucking books, George. Come on, you dickhead. Finish your books. Good luck to him. If I wrote a successful book series that made me a quadrillionaire and I didn't have to work again, I wouldn't fucking finish my books either, to be honest. I'd go and sit in my house and paint models and have a big table of figures, hey? Why not? Why not? That's what I say. Alright, I feel like I've misplaced a hand somewhere. That'll be a problematic thing if that hand's not somewhere. Oh dear. I can sculpt, but I can't sculpt a hand. Not that size anyway. Oof, that is going to be a problem. Where would I have put that hand? I feel like I had that hand up there. Maybe it's still up there. I'm not going to focus on the hand right now. No, it's a her. It's a her. I've got his hand. I don't have her hand. As in, floating chick's hand. This chick's hand. I haven't got her hand. I've lost it. Say hand some more, Dano, you fucking idiot. You know, I even cleaned up yesterday all my stuff so that I wouldn't lose anything. Like, I'm worried about losing stuff, so I better clean it up so I don't lose anything. Next minute, during the process of cleaning it up, loses the fucking hand. Maybe it's here somewhere. I'm going to be aggravated by this if I don't find it. Stand by. I've got to look up here. It's going to be somewhere. I just stepped on something and I was like, oh my god, it's the hand. It wasn't the hand, it was a piece of plastic. Oh, I'm annoyed now. I've got another hand. G'day, Al. I've got another hand, but got shit tons of hands in there. But I really wanted that hand. Oh, well. Are you asking if you can help me find my hand? You are good, but do you want to get on the stream? So how are you going to find it? I'm not sure. Maybe. Sure. Good one, Rocket.
told you about the other day, isn't it?
No. Well, I hope not.
Well, because I said there was a thing on the floor and then I found it and I put it on your desk.
Say hi to Rocket, everyone. You're crawling on the ground so no one sees you.
No, it's because that's how you look for things.
You're a
idiot.
dingus. You
That's
don't even
how
know what you're looking for, mate.
It's a hand. Everyone heard that.
Look. It's this chick, her little hand on her right hand. But it's like a claw. She's got
Yeah,
like
okay.
armor.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
All right, you got it. Awesome. That's
I'm
good.
just good at finding things.
Al says hi, Rocket.
Hello.
It could be on the table somewhere, or it may be in this bin, because I did a big clean up yesterday.
When did it?
It may be in this bin. I'm gonna have to look in this bin if we don't find it.
Okay. Hugo,
Great.
is that a hand?
Gallowfire says hello.
Hugo's also
Rocket.
helping.
Hugo helping, buddy. Good work. Come here, mate.
What is all this shit?
What is all this shit? Rocket's down on the ground. Hugo, what do you think, buddy? I'm helping. I'm helping.
I don't see.
What are you doing with your hands, buddy?
I don't see anything that looks like.
What are you doing with your hands? Jump on your mum. Ha ha! Oh, this is annoying. I bet you it's like somewhere
You can always find
trapped in a
everything.
banner or something.
Hugo just put his nose in the blood.
Hugo may have eaten the hand, yes.
He definitely could have, because he was under the table yesterday.
Rocket thinks he's eaten the hand.
It's not a hand, but
What is
so
it?
much crap.
Yeah, I know there's crap, mate. I cut little bits off and there's shit everywhere.
Sorry for helping.
I didn't say I was angry at you. You were like, what's this crap? And I said it's stuff and things. Bucks, we on? I think I'm already in the stream chat, mate.
Huh.
What'd you find, Rocket?
Weird shit on it.
Did you find the hand?
No, don't. Fuck, that tickles. Stop it! Stop.
What do you got, Rocket?
Nothing.
Nothing. She found a little bit of nothing. Are you there, Bucks? Hang on. My speakers is not providing any audio. Hang on. Are you there, Bucks? How about now? I can't hear for some reason, buddy. Hang on.
Sorry,
What'd you do? What are you sorry for?
I just bumped the camera.
No, that's okay. The camera's fine. Why is my audio not working? Everything is going very bad. Say something, Bucks. No, got nothing. Try again. No. Try again. What the fuck is going on?
Alright, show me your bin.
My bin.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't think it's on the ground.
No. Well, I'm glad you
Thanks, Rocket.
let me crawl around on the
Yeah,
ground.
I just thought that was a bit of fun. Didn't you have fun? What the fuck is going on with
That
my...
looked weird in there.
Yeah, it's probably output device. I'm not even getting any sound out of my speakers at all, actually. Oh, there we go. We got sound. Bucks. Try again. No, it's not working. What is going on? That's working. Hang on. I'm going to hang up. Turn it off. Yeah. IT support. Bids.
Mm-hmm.
IT support is not working.
Huh?
Nothing. Quit. Go back into Discord. It's a good stream tonight, friends, isn't it? That's... All right. I'm definitely getting audio through my speakers now. But I definitely cannot hear Andrew at all. Voice output.
Hello.
There you are. Yeah, Bucksy. We got ya.
You got me?
Oh, I don't know what happened, mate, but it's just cooked.
This is outrageous. I thought this would be a lot easier to solve.
You always have this. This is my girlfriend. She always has this overinflated opinion of her ability and this underinflated opinion of my ability.
I'm
She'd
very good at finding
no
things.
doubt she would have been like, "Oh,
She's
you're just
carrying the partnership.
you're
You know
just shit at looking for things. You
No,
can't
but that's
find
what
it."
normally happens.
And then every time she's like, "I'll do this straight away."
Yeah, but don't you remember that time that I found that thing?
You did it one time.
Mate, tell her part of co-hosting this show is coming on cam. Like,
She refuses.
I think that you're probably right. I think it's probably in that bin, but I'm not going through that bin.
All right, I'll go through the bin. I am
like bins.
probably about to pour the bin onto this desk and see if I can find it.
Well, if you do,
what have you lost?
I lost Sibylla's hand.
Oh no. So I'm gonna regale you with the tale of. I'm gonna regale everyone with the tale. So Mercenary Goblin. Let's say at 98% completion, I knocked Mercenary Goblin over and launched the spike from his head into the Shadow Realm.
Excellent.
There was no possible way that this thing could have gone very far because it was literally like I didn't drop the piece. I just knocked over the miniature holder. It did a classic timber fall. Boop. I heard it shoot off, and then I spent 3 hours looking for it.
Yeah.
To not find it. I had my beautiful wife fully invested in the search. We didn't turn it up. She was shattered for me.
Yeah.
I had to go create a new spike.
Yep.
Yep. So moral of that story is don't drop models. Lesson of that story is learn how to create a spike. So get ready to sculpt a hand, mate.
Yeah. Let me regale you with a story of my own that's quite similar to that.
Yeah.
I had a commission a few years ago for a collector that I was doing some work for, and he'd sent me a model that was from a range called Alchemy. It was a really cool French company that had some really cool models, and you couldn't get the models anymore.
Oof.
So he'd sent me one.
I already don't like the way this story's going.
So he sent me this model. It's this little cool cat guy with this spear thing. I dropped the spear and it broke because they were this old resin, and the spear snapped and it fell under my thing, and I was like, oh fuck! And I was looking everywhere, top to bottom. I could not find it. So I sent out a message to everyone on the Oz Painters Facebook page. I was like, guys, has anyone got this model? I really need this model. So Sebastian Archer sends me a message. He's like, oh, Dan, I got that model. Yeah, I've got a whole heap of those models. I'm like, you fucking legend. Can you send it to me? So he sends it to me. Hi, Rocket. He sends it to me. And
Don't do it again, do you?
Australia Post says it's delivered at my
Yeah.
work. I'm like, yeah. So I go to my work. It's nowhere. It's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
I raise an issue with Australia Post. I'm like, you've said you delivered this thing. Why? Where is it?
Where is it?
And they're like, we're going to go into investigation. It's just gone. Like, the guy didn't remember delivering it, but they can't find it anywhere in the truck. It's gone. So this has like been 4 weeks, and this guy who's waiting for this commission to be finished, I'm
Yeah.
trying not to tell him because I don't want to disappoint him. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
and also like it's such an elaborate story that it's
Yeah,
something
at
you
that
put it on,
point,
yeah.
he's just like, well, this guy's just bullshitting me. He doesn't want to finish the
Yeah.
job. And I'm like, no, I'm dead serious, mate. I've lost it. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I've got to sculpt it. So I sculpted it, and it was so bad that I was like, nope, I can't do that. So then I went and ordered it direct from the manufacturer in France, and it took, back then it was only 3 weeks to get stuff from interstate, and it took 3 weeks, and it arrived, and it was finally there, and I finished it, and I made my $120 commission after spending $150 trying to get the bits to replace it.
Now, this is why Dino doesn't do commissions anymore.
That's one of the
Figured
reasons.
it out.
That's one of the reasons I don't do commissions anymore. But oh, fucking hell, that was aggravating to say the least.
Alright, do you want me to do this or not?
All right, are we doing it?
Well, I mean, we may as well.
You love to hear it, Vids. You love to hear it. It's the enthusiasm that you bring into this that I'm excited about.
Well, it's just the novelty.
You're like, let's look in a bin together. What a great attitude.
The hunt for Sibylla's hand.
The hunt for
It
Sibylla's
would make
hand.
it easier if there weren't like 30 Red Bull cans in that bin.
Can you calm down? I have Red Bulls because it helps me focus on my toy soldier painting
Evidently.
and put up with your rubbish. Now, I'm just putting some of this stuff out of the way so I can just make sure I haven't got it on the table right here and feel like an absolute knob end.
Oh, do you want to look at the table?
You can look at the table, but I don't think it exists on this table. You know, I'm so annoyed by this because I was looking at the piece and I was like, you know, you got to put that somewhere so that you don't drop it. And I dead set put all of the pieces, right, here's the sword.
Can you show me a picture of what it looks like?
Yeah, it just looks like a hand, mate.
Frail vampire girl hand.
Oh, all right, we're doing it. We're doing it. I'm pouring this out onto the fucking table. How fun.
This is
We're
kind
doing it as a team, are we? We're all
It's
sort of keep
team.
your eyes
It's
on.
team. Get in.
It's like Where's Wally?
It's Where's Wally.
Can you change the stream title name, please, to
Finding
from
Sibylla's hand.
QMHE prep to bin diving with Denner?
Bin diving with Deno.
You just put more stuff in the
Bin.
bin.
I did. That was dumb.
That was very dumb.
With Deno. All right, done. It said add tags to help viewers find you. I wonder if bin scab is a tag that we can go for. All right, here we go.
Bin chicken.
Bin chicken. Here is the bin, everyone. I have a bin. This is the bin. All right, we're going to start. This is going to be disgusting. All right.
Does this go against community guidelines?
Does it go against community guidelines? I don't know. I don't think so.
There you go. I just sent you a message in chat, mate. Just have a look at that one.
Hugo wants me to play with the ball. It's not a good time, buddy. Ugh. Which chat did you send us
Just
in?
in Twitch chat. I got my prompt, so I just thought it's quite poetic right now.
Oh. 14 months has culminated in this. Yes, it has. All right, here's a container of Need It. All right, neither of these has any hands. Hugo, isn't this fun, buddy?
Here, look, I'll get you a second.
Yeah, get a second bag. All right. Here is a Red Bull
Yeah,
can.
we might need a screening bag. Like you might need to screen it.
All right. Here is another piece of cleaning material.
Oh no, who knows what that's for? Did you at a computer desk? Always suspect.
Another one.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in there.
Well, that's dumb. But...
You're kidding me, mate. I'm trying to clean up in here. I do not have. All right. What do we got in here? We got some more paint stuff and a thing. Nothing. All right.
That wasn't very good.
It was a good, mate. I'm gonna see if this hand is anywhere. It's at the bottom of this bin.
You know what? It might be your theories.
What?
Is that it's shot off somewhere and it's behind a paint.
Yeah, it could be behind
And
a
there's
paint.
there's that many paints that's just not a feasible option.
Yeah, it could be behind a paint over there. It didn't fall
Did
up.
it fall in the Red Bull can?
I don't
That's a
think
good
so.
question.
Did it? Is it in this? It is not in this. Great. This is glorious.
Yeah.
You know, there's a possibility that it's dropped into the paints when I've moved the stuff today in an effort to keep things cleaner. Here is a super glue bin. Hugo, it's not a good time for your ball, buddy. Oh, what? This is promising. What's in here?
Fucking hell. The white powdery bag. Have a snort.
Yeah, no, this white powdery bag it used to have Jewella bricks in it.
Yeah.
Great. All right, here's another bit of sandpaper. Nothing on that sandpaper, very good. If there is any spare change in here, mate, it is all yours, but I feel like that's not the case. All right, another super glue. I go through some super glue when I'm doing dioramas.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of masking tape. Fun, isn't it? All right, here is something else I go through a lot of when I'm doing this is these.
The cellies.
Yeah. Here is an Auguast Dunes paint container that's empty. Oh. Some empty super glues. A plastic thing. Some more sandpapers that are done. Yeah, this is good YouTube content, isn't it? No, nothing.
You know, like Benny's guilty pleasure is those YouTube videos where people show you all the things they have in their pockets.
Yeah.
Well, you're just taking this to the next level.
Yeah,
Ben.
all the things they take.
He's like all the things in Deno's bin.
Which little platform under? I don't. Well, if it is, I'm going to cry. No, it's not. Not in there. All right, we're reaching a time when we can pour this all out onto the desk in a second. Vids is loving this, eh? This is
Yeah,
his favourite
because
thing.
I can't wait till you find it.
You can't wait till I find it.
Yeah.
What?
'Cause
Why?
It'll be really satisfying.
It will be satisfying.
I still think
That positivity is what we need right now.
Yeah.
There wasn't a shadow of a doubt that it's not.
Good energy from you, Vids. Good energy. You're bringing some good stuff to the
very
stream tonight.
uncharacteristic.
All right, there is a whole pile of little knickknacks in here.
Okay, that sounds like a job for me. Do you want me to just go look at them?
Well, we're going to pour it out onto the here.
Oh, okay.
Is there any wet elements in the bag?
There's nothing wet. It's all dry,
Oh, so
but
that's-
it's covered.
that's
It's covered in
alright.
dust. It's covered in dust.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're good to pour it out now. So
Alright.
this is quality viewing.
I honestly
The
don't
scented
think...
bags, I respect it.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I disagree. That no. I don't think this is bad content.
This is
No,
awful
it's great
content. This is awful content. All right, is there any hand in this bag? Oh, there's some toenails in there.
Oh no!
All right.
So-
All right.
no.
Oh my god.
I've trimmed some toenails. I've trimmed
Get
some
it off the
toenails.
screen.
Oh, if it's not in there, if it's not in here after all this time, I'm going to be very depressed.
It's not. We would see it by now.
I think we would have seen it by now.
Yeah.
Is it behind the
Alright.
toenail?
Is it behind the toenail? I don't think so, Rocket. Here's some little hot glue poo swirls. Actually, this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, you could use that for something.
You could use that for something. That's actually not bad. I might have a... All right.
Is this turning trash into treasure right now?
No, this is turning toenails into treasure.
Yeah.
There's a razor blade.
Is there? That's dangerous.
Well, it's I wasn't intending on pulling the bin out, mate, was I?
Hey, are we all guilty of it? Chucking the old blunt blade in the bin and not really worrying about it afterwards?
Yes.
Some poor man or woman.
It's a hard no, isn't it? It's not here.
It's not there.
See, now I feel even worse about opening up this bin and looking through it. No!
Can
All
you
right.
pass?
Yeah.
Where are you going to look in the
Look
bin?
behind the paint.
All right, I'm going to look behind the paints right now, and if it's here, I'm going to cry.
You just don't look properly though.
You don't look properly either, Rocket.
Alright, one of us was on the ground and
and
one of us was not.
Look
It's
up
gonna
there,
be a
Rocket.
full-blown
Look up
domestic
there.
by the end of
I don't
things.
want to be on the camera.
You're not on camera. You're not on camera. It's no one will see your head if you just poke your head around here.
Well, I still don't really know what it looks like.
It looks like a hand, you mug.
Yeah, but hands can look a lot of different ways.
Pull an image up of it. Pull an image up of it so she can see.
There's your red head on the screen, bro. No one else can see anything but your red head. Here you go. You've been really helpful, buddy.
Well, if it smelled like rat poo, he'd be more helpful.
Is that what he ate that time?
Oh, he's eating all sorts
Oh,
of
he
shit, mate.
eats everything.
When you thought it was bacon, but it wasn't bacon?
Sorry, when was this? Do I know about this?
Yeah. It was ages back. It was probably like 6 months ago.
Let's hope it was ages back, but maybe I didn't tell Vids. But
Oh, excuse me.
isn't it? I don't remember.
I don't see anything that looks
Oh,
like
this
it
is
here.
so annoying, Deno. What have you done to yourself?
You're not really good at sculpting.
Chair,
either.
yeah, it's got to be somewhere. So here's the timeline of events. Yesterday, I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of small pieces here. I got to put these somewhere safe so that I don't lose any. So Deno goes to all the trouble of cleaning up everything on this fucking desk.
Oh, I just realised that my head was there.
Was it?
Oh.
Yeah, everyone saw Rocket. There it is. Got her. This is all an elaborate ploy to get you on the stream. The fucking hands
Yeah.
right there.
No, it's not. That's a lie. I can't see anything. Oh, go away. Get fucked, mate.
Get fucked.
Okay, I'm done. I got nothing. I can't help you with your lack of organisation.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
the flame.
that is a punishing. G'day, Jan.
That was a damning.
Too late, Rocket. Everyone's seen you. You might as well
Was
say
it
g'day
a
now.
good angle?
Was it a good angle? No.
Okay.
Oh,
It was like an eyeball shot.
Okay.
you do have nice eyeballs, Rocket.
Thanks,
Thanks,
mate. That's
mate.
what my optometrist said on the weekend.
This has been just probably the most frustrating. So I'm gonna have to replace her hand now.
I still reckon I can find it. I just
You just don't want to be on camera.
correct.
Well, what a pathetic reason to stop you from helping me rescue my diorama.
I know it is. Hugo, did you eat it? You did.
Did you eat it, Hugo? You little fuck.
Talk about it like that.
All right, the last resort of a
Could have
dying.
bounced backwards.
It could have bounced. The last resort of a dying man is it could be in this. Could be in my Could be in this.
Oh my god, don't do it.
Maybe I've vacuumed it up. Any hands in there? G'day, Flick. I'm doing it. If it's in here,
You
mate.
empty the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, if it's in here, it'll be a genius move. Oh, I haven't checked the folds of the chair. That's a good idea.
The what?
The folds of the chair, mate.
I don't know what that means.
The chair, Vids. The
The
chair that you
fold.
sit on. Yeah.
Well, yes, but what does fold
Well, I've got a
mean?
towel on my chair. Maybe
Yeah,
it's in
righto.
there. It's not in the. It's not in this.
Did you check in here? This is open.
Someone. I'm not following the stream all that closely, but come on, where's my mouse gone? Come back, mouse. Flick just subscribed for 19 months to see your face. He said it's totally worth it.
Oh, shut up. Do you need my bank account details?
You're not the one who's getting the cash for that, Rocket. You're OnlyFans. Ugh, this is so depressing. G'day, Claire. I'm happy to see you've picked a very interesting night to come and watch the stream. Let me tell you. I normally paint soldiers like this. Alright, so this is normally what I do. It's wonderful. I'm tremendous. Tonight's not a good night. Tonight's a depressing night. Yeah. On Tuesdays, we wear pink. I got nothing. I got no other options that I can think of. It's not in my pile of bits for the diorama. It's not over here. I reckon I might have chucked it out because I did do a cleanup the other week, but I don't know. Because I had a second bin.
Why are we like this, man?
Why am I like this, eh? This is the worst, mate. Alright, well. Oh, it's got nothing to do with my failure to wear a tie. You idiot. I wore a tie every week. Surely I accrued some brownie points from that.
We both know you're going to have a more in-depth look once stream's over for the night.
Well, Claire, I have this great model. It looks like this. It's wonderful. She's part of a big diorama that I'm about to work on. I've lost her hand. She's got a hand that sits up here. It's a really nice hand. I can't find it. I've lost it. Well, this is as far out as the camera goes, mate. Here, maybe we'll take the camera off and we'll see if we can find it by yeah. We'll have a look with the camera. Great, this is excellent. Is it down here in the
Yeah.
can you see any hands down there?
You just gotta go slow. Go real slow. There's nothing there.
There's nothing there, is there?
There's nothing there.
This is where I put all the stuff here. I had all the stuff here. And
There?
Yeah, and I can't see any hands there unless they're tucked under or something. No, I don't see any hands in here.
Hugo, come here.
This is where I'm keeping the diorama, but there's nothing on there. Imagine if the hand was on the diorama all along. It's not, but there's nothing over here in this pile of stuff that's other things that I'm working on. And that leaves us with over here. And this is where I moved everything to. Well, Hugo might have eaten it. Yeah, I haven't got a steady cam flick. I'm not a professional streamer like you, mate.
I do check his poo though, so I would have noticed.
Yeah, we're confident it's not in his poo.
Hey, there's that leg, that really nice non-metal metallic leg.
Yeah, I did that. That was cool, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was cool. All right. Well, I guess we go into this box of bits and try and find a replacement hand.
Could you make the missing hand part of the story?
Could I make the missing hand? No.
No,
I
it's
couldn't.
part of the story.
No, hell.
Look, I'm not going to say that from the start I was against Sibylla being in this piece. All signs
It's a
point
sign.
towards no Sibylla.
It's a sign. Yeah, it is a sign that Sibylla should get the fuck out of here. Let's just make sure it's not under my cardboard that I put here. Nah, because I vacuumed this yesterday. This is outrageous. We have checked under the table. Rocket went and had a look under there and she couldn't find it. If she can't find it, it's unlikely to be there, or it's unlikely that I'll find it. So I think the hand's lost. I think we call it a day on the hands, but I have a few possible alternatives we could use for hands. So let's just start looking at those and not getting any more depressed.
I just tell you that painting a Spartan helmet is fucking incredibly hard.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right, where's Vujasha? Here she is. Check the first row of paints. All right, I'm looking at the first row of paints. There's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing but sadness and depression. No. Ugh. Ugh. That would be great, Claire. I would love it if someone would help me. My girlfriend tried to help and she was pathetic. You gained me a subscriber. Flick's been subscribed for 19 months, you jet. All right.
What's the oldest possible sub you could have?
Look at I think Al's actually the oldest. I think I can check that somewhere. This hand is actually really,
You can just
really
say
good.
when you started streaming.
February last year.
Yeah, gotcha. So, lol.
All right, this may be suitable.
So you've been streaming for 16 months. No, you can't be because Dingo's 19.
Yes.
Well,
Maths.
Feb last year would only be 12 plus. It would only be 18 months, so you have to be earlier than that.
Maths not your strong point, is it? All right.
Did you lose it on stream?
Don't think so.
Because yeah, that would have been a great
I
idea.
cleaned it up.
Kibosh.
I cleaned it up afterwards. That's pretty good. That's pretty good size. That'll work. Maybe I can have a holding something. Dagger or something. That actually looks pretty nice. About the right size. Problem solved. Depression. Ugh. Hey, these are good actually. I'm going to use these for a piece soon. These are little tentacles from Vujasha. So I'll use the tentacles for something. Stop dropping shit in it. All right, well, that was fun. Yeah, not really. And now my bin's all inside out, and I've got to fix that too. Jeez Louise. All right, I'm going to go back to this guy. All right, let's make some putty. What a fun stream we've had, hey? Yeah, I'll zoom in.
It's been a hell of a ride.
It's been a hell of a ride, hasn't it? There you go. You'll be able to see a little bit more of what I'm doing now.
Almost to the point where I want to repaint this whole
No.
helmet panel.
Oh, helmet. Well, okay. I thought you were going to repaint
Not
the whole thing.
not the whole thing. No, no.
Jeepers. That would have been aggravating. Man. It's so annoying. But that actually, you know, sometimes things like that work out to be serendipitous. And they end up being...
And other times.
Yeah, and other times they're awful. But yeah, I think this one will be okay. Might find a little dagger to put in her hand and that'll work out pretty well. Maybe. I hope. I think
Can't work out if it's just that I'm painting the shape on the wrong angle. So I can't.
you should chuck some pictures in your chat box of what you're working on because it's looking pretty awesome.
Thanks, mate.
You don't do enough 75mm for my liking.
You'd like me to do more 75mm, would you?
Yes. And I think that because I think it challenges you in a different way. Because you're very good at busts. Because you've got that bit of extra space.
Yeah.
75mm, it's like, it's the worst of both worlds. You don't have enough space, but you've got more space than the little panels, which you can get away with just some cheeky shit on smaller stuff. So.
You really want to see the Spartan? All right, Robbies.
Spartan!
I'll get pull it up.
Prepare
pull it
for
up.
glory!
It's in. I just put it in the work in progress for DPIS, mate.
Spartans! Alright, it's coming.
And a big shout out to DC as well because he's been helping me a lot with this project. He's been pushing me, but also he helped speed up the process this morning. I got my first he's been along the way so far, you know what I mean? But today was the first bit where he was like, your highlights are too skinny on the chest and too skinny on the helmet. So, and you need to put a secondary horizon bounce light into the shield.
Spartans! Prepare for glory! For tonight, we dine in hell.
Yeah, so that's it so far. What do you think?
I love it, mate. I think it's your best. I think you've taken all that Spanish learning you did on the Orc and you've converted that into super cool interesting looking non-metallic metal. I think you've managed a nice balance between the red and the gold. I think you got some nice little teal elements in there. Skin's good. It's just good, mate.
Thanks, mate. What could be better?
Well, as you know, I'm hesitant to provide too much feedback.
Yeah, in the process.
In
There's
the
not like
process.
right now. There's not a great deal left to do. Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's just refining, paint the feet, paint the spear tip, and work on the back view like as much as permits. But I will start to deploy the law of diminishing returns. So if I start to get sick of it, I'm not gonna overcook it and
Yeah.
spend all this time on the back. I'll just move on to something else. I think I've learned what I needed to learn mostly from this piece now. So
Yeah. If I was to try and get really critical, the highlight on the thigh is probably not aligned with where your light is on your non-metallic metal.
you think it needs to come across
Yeah,
slightly to the left a little
needs
more?
to come across to the left. Yep. I think the brown that's running across the chest piece would be better served to be darker.
Yeah.
And I think you could probably work in a little bit more of the reflective lights into the metal on the left side of the breastplate, because you've done such a good job on the shields to get that light, the dark light coming from underneath. It looks really good. But I think the breastplate on the left over in this area maybe just needs a little bit more of that sort of light orange coming in.
Yeah, gotcha. I've put some red in there at the moment.
Yeah, you can see the red. You can see the red, but yeah, I think just a little bit more orange, like a highlight of the orange.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, as I said, mate, I love it. I love everything about it. I love the model. It's made me want to go and buy the model, paint the model. If Jim's got it on the weekend, I'm going to buy it. So, Stonebeard Miniatures, great friend of the show.
Yeah, the area that I think that I'm liking the most is probably like the bit that I didn't want to like the most because it was probably the place that I felt most comfortable. But it's like all the detail around the crotch, like the sword, the scabbard, all of the I never know that word. Like that's a super safe set of detail there.
Yeah, and that's just your bread and butter. That.
Yeah.
So.
Does this count though? So for everyone playing at home, Deno challenged me to paint a full suit of non-metal metallic armor. Does it count with our thighs and biceps?
No.
Oh no! Why are you doing me like this?
You know it doesn't count. It's not fair.
You want to see it on a bust level? Is that what? Yeah.
I just want to see non-metallic metal all over.
Yeah. It's really hard.
Yeah, it is. I don't think I've ever landed it to a standard that I'm happy with.
The hardest part about it is when they all start interacting with each other.
Yeah. Everything talking together.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my last since Wednesday last week I've been chipping away at this.
I love it, mate. I love it. All right, I've got some putty. So what can we sculpt that we need? Probably not really any gaps in the other ones. Geez, the other models are good. Such good casts.
Thanks, Jen. It's been an ordeal, so I think in hindsight, I would have given myself a lot more time.
Sometimes though, it's that compressed time frame that actually brings out the best in you.
That is a good point.
Now, talk to me about your plans for the weekend. Are you excited about coming up for Queensland?
Oh, I'm mega excited, man. We're gonna have some tough. I didn't want to bring this up, but we're gonna sort of hit both ends of the scale of life this week because we're gonna be putting down probably we are gonna be putting down our 14-year-old black cat. He's gonna be going for a sleep, going off to Cat Hoa on Wednesday. He's got cancer in his gums and left cheek area, and it's basically forced him into a rapid decline. So he's on the way out. So it's going to be a shit midweek because he's an absolute character. He's an absolute spud. Like this cat is just a very unique cat.
Well, thanks for really keeping the energy levels in the stream high.
Well, I'm gonna bring it back up. So we're gonna need to pump up. And so Juv decided that she would rather do it this week because we're talking weeks tops. So she decided she'd rather do it this week so that we can move on to Queensland in good spirits and have a lot of fun. So we're going to be coming up there looking for all the fun, mate.
Cool. And then you guys are staying at a little Airbnb. You're going to have a little romantic couple of nights in there by the sounds of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're only 7 minutes away from you, right? So.
Yeah. So what, you inviting me over for some romance, or you're newly married, mate? Surely the spice hasn't gone yet.
Is 5 months newly married?
Well, yeah. It hasn't been 5 months, has it?
Yeah. We got that in March or whatever. What is it? March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah.
Fuck off. Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I forget because I wasn't invited to the wedding, if you remember, so.
You wanted to DJ it, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted to be there, mate.
Yeah, so 5 months ago we got married. But this will be our first chance to get away, sort of just us. We've done a few things away with friends and family and kids, but not just us. So
that'll be nice. And you're going to do a couple of romantic dinners and stuff. So how fun?
Yeah. We'll go out for dinner on the Sunday night. We got the last AFL, the last footy game of the year as well. So we play Sunday afternoon. So we'll probably just avoid seeing that, and then pump some nice cheeses and wine and watch that, and then maybe go out for dinner.
Beautiful. Well, you're pretty close to the city, so you'll be able to get to the city, or
yeah.
The world is your oyster, mate, here in beautiful Brisbane. So
yeah, and then Monday we've just got the day to sort of chill out, and then we'll be back here on Monday night.
Yep, we're going to do a
bringing it to the people.
Wonderful Party Monday stream with you and I live in the studio. So we'll probably go set up another studio over on my living room area. Well,
yeah,
sort of.
That'd be sick. Because I think even Benny might pending and even Storm maybe, but pending that they don't have other commitments.
Yeah, everyone's welcome, mate. Yeah, so we'll have a nice little area set up for us to have a chinwag about Queensland Model Hobby Expo and experiences and show off some models and
yeah, for sure.
Everything else that we may take our fancy. So yeah, it should be
it'd be a good one for guests of the stream to have some stuff ready for some potential feedback if we have some time to do that. Maybe
we could.
Speaking of, we probably won't be painting very much, so
I won't be.
Yeah,
but I'll be asking for feedback on the composition of the diorama, which you'll be able to see.
Yes, for sure.
Which would be nice.
Have we got 5 minutes for feedback now? Yeah, mate. All right. As always, Frog Jim, what do you want us to talk about? There are things I like and things I do not like. So we can start wherever you'd like.
I'll bring it up on stream right now.
Tell me the things we don't like. Okay. Well, that's a double-edged sword for me because I can't work out whether I don't like it or do like it, but we'll start there. So there is a softness to this, and it's because there's a lack of contrast. But the softness reminds me of a time in miniature painting that's been gone for a while now, but I do enjoy a little bit. So the fruits, I'm assuming they're mushrooms, but there's some real nice stuff going on there between your color tones. And it's the only place that I see you having like really strong contrasts is with the lowest part of the mushroom, the largest mushroom. Yeah, I think Trent was hovering it. Yeah, just in there. I love that. Like, and that's showing, like, for me, tons of value, but then in other areas it doesn't sort of match. So that's like an example of what I am liking. I like the shoulder pad colors, but I think it needs more contrast. Needs a bit more depth. The beard's too soft for me. I like a lot more styration in the beard personally. And the non-metal metallic buckle is really soft, and I like that. And I don't normally like that, but I like the color you've got in there. You've got some green and you've got some red. So my feedback is trash tonight because I'm a bit fried from all the painting I've done, but I'm just telling you what I like and don't like at this point. Please take over at any point, Trent.
Allow me to save you from more gibberish. No, I'm gonna probably say something that you don't hear from me very often, Frog Jim, which is that I like the lack of contrast in a lot of ways. Like, I think the softness is working for you on this piece more so than I've seen it work on anything else you've done. I'm against bucks on the shoulder pad. I'm against bucks on the beard. I think they're both really nice and work well together side by side with the smoothness of the beard and the texture on the metal. There'll always be more contrast required in miniature painting. That's the golden rule of how to make my model look better. But I like the balance of colors in the metal and the leather.
Yeah, the colors in the metal. So like, let's highlight those two elements. So the metal and then the beard.
Yeah.
So like the metal colors are great. All the brown that's in there is great. Even the green in there is great. And like this off washed out like green blue is great.
Yeah.
But without having some areas of depth in those colors, it just feels like it's lacking something. So it's not that it's like bad or anything like that. It just, I don't know, it feels like it's missing something.
Yeah, I can pick up what you're putting down. But I like it. Like, I don't.
In the end, we should ask ourselves, like, first and foremost, do we like it?
I do.
Like, and then worry about things later.
What I don't like is the blue, because what it's sort of doing, and this will sound weird, is it's contrasting too much with the other warm orange elements. The blue is standing out as jarring to me, as not fitting in with the rest of the palette and the atmosphere and the feeling of it. So I sort of find that blue maybe not the right color. Maybe a warmer orangey grey.
Some of these colors like remind me of very much like French style painting.
Yeah. This Frog Jim, so I don't speak highly of you very often, mate, so don't take too much of this to heart, but this could be the piece where you find your voice and the type of painter that you want to be, because this feels distinctly you, and
that's a good point.
And I think that's cool.
The beard's growing on me the more I look at it.
Yeah, I think the beard's good. And I like the softness versus the steel. I think that's cool. So yeah, keep pursuing whatever it is that you're doing on this. this may not be the piece that turns out the best, right? But I think this will be the piece that helps you figure out the way you want
Can
to
I
paint.
ask you one question,
Sure.
Rogsy? You're
Sure.
introducing pinks to his left-hand shoulder side into the beard, but what's creating that? What's going to be creating that color? Is it the yeah? Because it wouldn't it? Is it like the glow coming off like mushrooms? Will sort of be on the other side, or is it like where he's plucking mushrooms from, or?
Yeah, look, that's my perspective on this, and you know, if it was anyone else, I would say good work. You've got contrast with orange and blue, complementary colors, creating some, you know, some visual interest. But I'm just not sure that that is the solution for this particular piece. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I like it, mate. You know, I don't normally like your shit. I think you're too pastel normally.
Yeah. So you just thought to add some color in. It's like it feels like it's all in the right place. I'm just not sure it's the right color, being that you've got the pink in the shrooms. The shrooms is by far like probably my favorite bit.
Is it? Yeah, the shoulder pads.
Yeah, because the way the shrooms are sitting next to the armor panel is nice. So sorry, do I think pink is the color for the for the beard, like the additional color? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I'm not sure you even needed a color, to be honest. Adding that in the beard's like, you know, apart from my criticism of some more styration, like the actual colors all feel right. Yeah. Just darken so could be the right way to go. The shadow.
I'm interested to see where it progresses. I don't want to give you any more feedback because I think you need to crack that yourself. There's a point where feedback becomes detrimental to your outcome. Because if you're just doing what someone's telling you to do, then what are you learning? What are you actually taking away from your piece? So I don't want to tell you this is what I would do because I don't think that is valuable feedback for you at this point in time. I think you need to figure out what you think is the right thing to do. Because that's the solution for your style is what you're trying to tell, the story you're trying to tell. So yeah, it's a pivotal piece for you, mate. I'm looking forward to seeing the outcome. At which point I will probably carve you up for a variety of things that you've fucked up on it. But good for you, buddy. Good learning. Let's put some sand on this. Let's put this sand on.
Yeah, no worries, Jim. I don't think I really offered much on this one, mate. I basically just talked about what I liked and didn't like. So. I guess if anything, I sometimes think like we do stuff because we think it's going to be cool, but then you got to sometimes ask yourself, hey, like why am I doing this? So that's what I would think with that light. Like, why is it
Oh, good one, Mozzie.
why is there a pink light being introduced on that beard? Could that be a darker shadow that'll help push the focus across the model onto like this really like strong selection of colors you've got in the basket, combining with the green sash, and then combining with the face, and then combining also with the shoulder pad.
What bust did you paint, Mozzie? Oh, what'd you do, Scaraboss? Awesome.
You saw Scaraboss. You commented on it.
I did
That
too.
was Signatorix.
I did too. Yes. Good work, mate. I liked that.
How was the process? Both of you. Like, what did you enjoy? You know, what did you find challenging? You enjoyed it so much that you ordered more. Fantastic, man. That's the best possible result.
Yeah. I've yet to meet someone, right, who hasn't been a gamer and stuff like you and I, who's gone and painted some display stuff and not walked away from it going, that's just changed the way that I feel about painting. It just becomes something, relaxing and fun, and it's just good.
It is. It's a really awesome way to express your creativity.
Yeah, ultimately the hobby.
Yeah,
is
well,
fun.
that's the big one, right? Almost like, let's just say like a non-factual statistic. What, like 80% of miniature painting comes or starts its journey with something to do with Warhammer.
Yeah.
You very quickly learn when you start to paint your first larger scale models, whether they be bust 75, 54, that some things just don't work the same. You know, you're if every miniature's a puzzle, they're just different, different types. What were some of the differences you came across, mate? And while you fill that out, I'll say, for me, while you give us that answer, I'll say for me, and I don't know if you felt this at all, Trent, but brushstroke size was like a huge adjustment, going from miniature scale to up to bust and 75 mil.
Man, I don't know what you've been told, but I've always been told size doesn't matter, mate.
Well, in the miniature game, painting game, I think it definitely does.
Yeah, I definitely felt that early on.
Yeah.
Became less of a deal.
It's
After a
just
while.
you're so used to operating in such tight spaces on miniatures that your brush strokes are like the wrist action for a brush stroke is incredibly small. Whereas when you get onto those busts or 75s for the first time, you're doing these sort of long sweeping strokes at times.
You kill me with the innuendo, mate. You kill me.
Yeah.
Just calm it down. It's too much. It's just way too easy. Long sweeping strokes.
What was the other? Short, compact wrist movements.
Yeah. When you're working in a
is
small space.
That's how fried I am. Is that none of it even.
When you're working in a small space. Oh, outstanding. No, love it. Love bust painting. It's 10 out of 10. Love all display painting actually, which is probably evident from the amount of display painting I do. All right, I think we might pull this bad boy down again. Let's see if there's anything else I can do.
So, upon studying for this Spartan, right?
Yep.
I'm like looking at a lot of the Spanish non-metal metallic.
Yep.
What do they do, right? To their ice yellow to make it slightly more yellow, but not yellow.
Don't know. What do they do with everything, mate?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh,
When you
yeah.
look at it's like the second to last highlight that goes in, and you're like, how? Like, what have you done there?
You know what it is?
That's not pure ice yellow.
I think they use a lot more yellow, just yellow, than we do, because it's just outrageous.
Yeah, you can literally just go. I'll send this directly over to Trent now, and hopefully he can bring it up. put it in our. I'll put it in voice chat shit in this Discord. There you go. Sometimes it can just be the settings of your computer as well, like your screen settings. And I think mine are cooked on my screen, so it shows me some pretty spaced out color. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like on Trent. That's there for you. So look at that highlight on the helmet. On the bottom of the helmet at the back. What's going on there?
Yeah. They're just
What color is that?
it's Spanish water, mate.
Yeah, it's Spanish color. It's just Spanish color.
It's Spanish water, mate.
Yeah. You see it, right? Like, I'm not cooked.
Oh, I definitely think you cooked, but I'm also on the same page as you, mate. They do some crazy shit. Why is this fucking thing not going in this fucking hole? Thank fuck for that. Spanish yellow. You get it by mixing Spanish water. Alright. So, where does this bit... Oh, what did we break? Oh, that's okay. That is a-okay. I needed to putty that up anyway.
Who you reckon painted this out of?
That's Ruben.
You reckon Ruben did this? It's
Yeah.
either Ruben or Guernica. Is it Jamie Guernica?
Jamie D. Garnica. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that was Ruben. That did the Spartans.
Take me in, Ruben, please.
Yeah.
If you're listening.
Please, Ruben. Please.
Please, Ruben. 1 year.
Just give me a shot, mate. I won't let you down.
I'll clean the dishes for 1 year, Ruben, please.
I won't let you down. Come on, Ruben, just once, just one day.
The things like the non-metal metallic on the shield are hard to do. On that, you actually do a lot of that non-metal metallic I figured out by dry brushing. As crazy as that sounds, like a stippled, almost dry brush.
Some of the absolute tripe that comes out of your mouth, Bucks, I swear.
Yeah, that's what I did on my shield.
Wow. This is a great tip for new.
That's how I did my non-metal metallic on my mercenary goblins helmet and mace.
All right, friends. This is my latest great tip for dioramas. Is this filler? Turn this down a bit so you can see.
Yeah, like dry brushing. Yeah, it's a dabbing effect, but your paint is closer to drier than it is to like really wet. It's like this weird in between consistency. Yeah, it is Scar. It's from Jim's Basic.
It is.
What's Gyprock?
The filler. Gyprock's what they use on walls, mate. Plaster, yeah. Shit they use on walls. So, yeah, this is my latest and greatest tip for diorama building, because what I've found is this is way easier to use than mixing up putty. And it dries pretty much rock hard, but You can still sand it a little bit. You can shape it a little bit. Like, there's no cracks in any of these spots. This is all, yeah. So when I want to just build up some texture, but not actually be a important key element, this is what I use. But having said that, you can actually I've got some rocks here that I'm using for the bases, but if you yeah, if you get a little bit of rock, you can actually put some texture in it. I'm still aggravated about that hand. Are you laughing? You are laughing about it.
No, I know it's not funny. It's not laughing, it's funny.
Rocket's laughing at me. Are you making toast? I said to her today if she liked toast. And she said, I do like toast. And now she's eating toast. You still there, Bucks?
Just over this fucking model, mate.
Come on, buddy.
Gerard
Push through.
Butler can go away.
Push through.
What am I going to paint next? That's what I need to think about. Maybe some more Horus Heresy stuff. I did spend a lot of money on it over the weekend.
I decided what figure I'm going to paint from Games
Warhammer?
Workshop. Yeah.
What are you going to do?
A button, the spoiler.
About him, the despoiler. You know what? I've got one sitting in my cupboard right now.
Well, that'll save me buying one if you decide to be a generous guy and give it to Deno. What a good bloke. Oh, you can
He's a
keep
very
it.
nice model.
Yeah, he's a nice model.
He was like the first thing I suggested. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was mulling over it and I thought, you know what? Bucksy's never led me astray. Trust the Bucks. Trust the Bucks.
It's just a wonderful piece to have in your portfolio, isn't it? I mean, anyone has painted it.
Yes. Colwell's painted it. Angled, or Jose Da Vinci's painted it.
Wardle's painted it. Arnau's painted it. See, Arnau put his one up the other day.
Yep. I love those guys. I love good painters.
Yeah.
One day I hope I get to be one.
Me too, mate. Me too.
Spackfiller.
When I listen to really technical painters talk about painting, I'm just like so stupid.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. DC talks about painting and he's like, yeah. Just like, yeah, so just fucking put in 16 bits of this, you know, fucking fractional thing. And he's just like he's a mathematician about paint.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yep, that's not me.
Yeah. Nara and Casey are like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not me. But I'm okay with that, mate. I'm okay with not being that. I just want to have my toy soldiers look cool and every now and then produce an absolute fucking banger.
Architects, indeed, Benny, indeed. They're all architects. It's very true.
Hey, Ben, important question for Bunny, if she's around. Give her a poke.
Do you know, DC sent me to the Shadow Realm today.
Did he?
Because, you know, he he highlighted the 3 areas that he sort of wanted to see me expand, and then he's like, "I'm not even going to touch the abs because they're not done yet, are they?" And I'm like, "Oh, decent. Oh, you're killing." I'm like, "Oh,
You wound me. You cut me real deep now, just Shrek. You cut me real deep now.
like everything's just in various states of completion, DC."
What I need to know, Benny, for Bun Dog, how is she feeling about this? Because this will be her first time that she's entered some models, isn't it?
Both of them, really. Oh,
Well,
Ben did enter online.
yeah,
Actually. He did,
and
yeah.
didn't Benny also enter like PAX or something like that?
Oh, he goes to beat up on the PAX newbies. You know, I think Mark G hit him up. I think Mark G hit him up to do judging, and he's like, "Sorry, mate, can't." Because he hasn't won at PAX, yes. He's got to go and towel him up. Mate, he had me in tears when he told me that. It's like, "Sorry, mate, can't, got to enter."
That's good stuff.
That's his only goal, yeah, because everyone else has won it. Bunny won it, but I don't think she'd even painted a model before. She just fucking smoked it day one.
Oh, that's gold.
Yeah, wait, Molman's won it too.
Oh, Benny. I feel you, mate. I feel you.
You're the best, man.
That's gold. Well, but so is Bunny feeling okay? Is she nervous about entering? I just want to reassure her that it's going to be a wonderful time. And I say this with absolute respect to the judges. They got no fucking idea about models, mate. They got no fucking idea. So as long as you put something in there that looks cool, you'll be sweet. they're crackers, great people, terrible judges. So good. I'm pleased. This is a good angle for everyone, isn't it? On the camera. Nah, you're both going to have a wonderful time. Your first time on a plane, is it, Benny? Or is it just first time traveling in a long, long time?
They look green as well.
Mate, they're all historical guys, right? So green and brown, it's just like you're one of their people. They'll walk in there and be like, this guy gets it. This guy gets it. It's classic stuff.
You're going to take one look at this Spartan and they're going to go, "Is this smoothie authentic? If it is, get it out of here. Rubbish."
Nah, I'm really keen to see what they think of the Spartan. Really keen. Because I reckon it will be... awesome, mate. Fuck, you're going to have the best time then. What have you got Monday free? Maybe I'll take Monday off and we'll go for a little jaunt around the city. Show you a few things around the city. Yeah. I've got a special tour I take people on. Show all the highlights of Brisbane. It only takes about 20 minutes. Look, well, Rocket's loving it. Rocket's loving it. It is a good tour, isn't it?
Did you say Rocket on the tour?
Yeah, Rocket got the tour.
Is Rocket from Melbourne originally?
No, she's from
Newcastle,
northern New South Wales. Yeah,
Yeah.
country town. It's near Lismore.
Yeah.
No, it's near Byron Bay, actually.
It's not in Byron Bay.
It is closer to Byron Bay.
You're cooked.
Byron Bay, that's a bit of a cash in.
It is. It is 100%. Yeah, it's right next to fucking Nimbin too, bro.
It's quite close to Nimbin, yeah.
I know. Cooked. Yeah, no, that'll be good. The little Brisbane tour, it's great. Take you around South Bank, Mount Cootha. Get you on a city cat. It's fucking good shit, man. City cat. Yeah. Yeah.
Wish I could come.
You can come.
What?
Yeah, just call in sick. You deserve a sick. All right, this is getting where I want it to be.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how historicals do.
Yeah. He's fucking giving me a spray tonight. You're a clown. Yeah, no, I'm keen to see how your historical does because they don't often like stuff that's confronting. They just want stuff to be very generic. So yeah, I'm absolutely jazzed to see how it looks. How they go. Yeah, awesome. So I am going to do a stream on Sunday morning, friends, but it's probably going to be from the convention, or the Queensland Model Hobby Expo, and I'll do a little walk around the show. Hopefully, someone will be there, Bucks or Ben or someone can jump on.
Yeah, we'll do like Instagram reels and stuff like that over the
That's a good
weekend
idea.
as well,
That's a
maybe.
good idea. Yeah, do some grams.
Yeah,
and
we'll take lots of photos. See a match fixer. We'll take lots of photos. We'll try and get lots of photos of everything that was there. That is there.
Yep.
I think Queensland tends to have the most entries, so it tends to be the biggest of the three.
Versus Melbourne.
Yeah, I think so. I think yours is bigger than ours.
Yeah, ours is a lot bigger than yours.
Yeah.
And
I think Illawarra is the smallest, right? The first one. Yeah.
See a match fixer. Yeah, Queensland one's been, this is its 24th year, I think. No, 2026, sorry, because it was 25th year last year. Yeah, so it's good. All right, I'm going to leave this all to dry, and I'm going to go and cry myself to sleep about losing that hand and figure out how I'm going to turn that other one into a decent hand. So next time we chat, Bucks, will probably be on Friday.
It will be. We'll be probably at dinner.
We will be at dinner, having a wonderful time with all of our friends. So
we will be.
Let's go find someone to raid. Great people that we can say, well done. Well done. Yesterday I played Oathsworn, and Koki and I had a great time, but we put on some Game of Thrones soundtrack, and all that's going through my head at the moment is the Reigns of Castamere, sung by Serge Tankian from System of a Down. It's so good. And so it goes, and so it goes. And now the rain weeps o'er the halls, and not a soul can hear.
I might have done it.
A soul can hear. Da-da-da. Did you do it?
I think I've done it.
Oh, he's done it.
Come to a place that is satisfactory.
He's done it. Miniature figures. Let's have a look at what we got here. Miniature figures. Yeah, bin diving. What a great... Oh, why is this every time it goes to that? Miniature... This is annoying. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got... Wow, there's not a lot of people. What about if I remove that tag? Mini Den's on. I haven't rated him for a while. Why are none of these stream things working? Miniature. Ugh. Figures.
Doing giveaways.
Alright, we'll try searching for Warhammer. Twitch has gone to shit recently. Gone to absolute shit. What's this guy doing? Doing a 1080p stream, which is a good start. You got 4 viewers, my guy. Where are you based? G'day, Royal. It's a bit far away for us to see what you're doing, Royal, and you've been streaming for 3 hours. But you know what? I'm going to give you a fucking raid.
All right. In we go.
Why does Mini Den need a hug? Is he alright? What happened?
Yeah, Galley. Yeah, you're a big one in the stream, aren't you, Galley? I think I've seen you in that bunch.
It sticks when you've got it stuck to your other flat object. That's no good.
Oh, no.
Oh, you lost the commission.
Which one?
That way, when I go to put it in this arm, and the side that refuses to
Which one is it?
contact,
I might buy it.
it's good. I think they have to the release, but yes.
Oh man, this is really cool actually. This is pretty nice. As
Which
a,
one?
As a package. Holy shit.
Oh, this
If you
Harlequin.
if you guys are into bust painting, you
Ah.
probably get this package. Two busts for £80? That's kind of cheap. I mean,
Yeah,
mini painting.
I don't really want them.
But yeah, this one is the bust I was talking about.
Mm.
This one is pretty cool. The paint job from Mark is
They're
very
great,
nice, I
but-
think the actual bust is a bit different. This is cool as well.
Mm. All right, we're gonna raid on this little
Lots of
chap,
stone, leather,
Chaos
pretty
Crafts,
fun to
because
work on.
he's got 4 followers.
It's big. It's a big ass bust. So
But I will share that on Instagram for Mini Den because they're pretty great models. It'd be cool for him to get some luck.
Dosh.
Yeah, a bit of cash. All right, friends, we'll be off to Queensland Model Hobby Expo this weekend, so get excited. I'm
You
certainly
will.
am.
And join us next Monday
Yep,
for the
should be
wrap
good.
up.
Hopefully some more bin diving. See you, friends.